Hi there. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith, and welcome back. Yes, I am attired in this outfit because I'm going to lay my dear aunt to rest. We're going to celebrate her life. But I thought to stop by before I head out to the service and drop a gem. Like and subscribe. Share this message. This is going to be short. Remember, the airplane takes off against the wind. It doesn't try to fight the wind. It takes off against it. And that is for a reason. A few years ago, I was traveling. I'm a part of a fraternal organization, and we were headed to a conference in Atlanta. It was obvious that it was stormy, but the pilot, being the great pilot that he is, decided that he was going to fly in the storm. I kid you not, I could see, because I sat in a window seat or at a window seat. I could see not just the dark clouds, but I could see there was this like green and gray mixed together. And I was like, I know he won't. And then there was this area that was like charcoal dark. Now, by this time that I am seeing this, we're in altitude. And so he continued to go. And it got to a point, I would think, I'm not sure of the time, but it got to a point where the plane started to ricochet and it was shaking and it was just bouncing. And then we started screaming. And then me and the lady who sat on the side of me, we started praying. And it was like, if we going down praying. Yes, I believe in God, we pray. And then for a time, it was like it was going crazy in the plane. It was just crazy. And he turned around. When he turned around, you could tell that there was a shift because the plane wasn't ricocheting like it was before. And it wasn't dancing and bouncing and making all of those. It was like your heart, my chest was already constricting because I have panic attacks. So he turned around. And of course, I'm sure he navigated another way because the ride became so smooth. So I'm sure at that point, he took flight against the wind. He didn't try to fly into it. And that is how we have to be in our quest for success. When the turbulence comes, we got to ride it out. There's a song that they sing called Ride Out the Storm. We got to ride it out. I come from a country where we experience hurricanes. And when we get the warning and all the watches that is going to come, we do everything that we need to do to prepare. You get all your fixtures so that your home is protected, and then you get all of your food, you get your water, you get all these things in preparation so that when the storm comes, you are secured. And so the same applies with your success. The airplane flies against the wind. You have to fly against, or work against, or push against, or charge against whatever it is that is seeking to stop you. You're going to come across turbulences. It's going to be in the form of things, and it's going to be in the form of people. Ensure that the boat that you're in, everybody is riding together and not seeking to drill holes under you, that you become unstable. It happens all the time. But remember, you are the pilot of that plane, and you are flying against the wind. You know how to navigate. You know how to get to your destination. Do not be distracted by things or people. You should be so focused that they become irrelevant. Because your grind is supposed to be so fierce that nothing and no one should be able to shake you. Become unforgettable. You may step onto the grounds unknown. No one knows you. No one knows your name. Never seen you before. It is what it is. I think by now the world has 8 billion people in it. And so with 8 billion people, it's okay if they don't know you yet. They don't know your name yet. They don't know your gifts and your talents yet. But keep flying against the wind. Because you stepped in, or you stepped on the turf unknown. But when you leave unforgettable. Ensure that the imprint that you leave, they never forget that you showed up. Always show up. And the reason why you're showing up is because you have a contribution to make. You said you want to touch lives. You can't touch lives if you don't show up. You must show up. You must make your contribution. There's somebody out there waiting to hear what you have to say. Your coaches, they're there to guide you, to help to propel you forward. They cannot propel you. You have to propel yourself. But they are there to assist with your guidance. Embrace it. But remember that you are the pilot of that plane flying against the wind. We got to our destination that day because once he came out of the storm and flew around it, I don't know why he chose to go in it anyway, but it was an experience. But we got there. And when we got to Atlanta, the day was so beautiful. It was cold, but it was beautiful. But that experience taught me why planes fly against the wind. It's no reason to fly in a storm. An eagle, when the storm is coming, the eagle doesn't fly in the storm. The eagle fly either above or beneath the storm. Because the wit of that eagle tells it, I can be up here and be safe, or I can be down here and be safe. Either way, I can be safe and still get to my destination. And notice the eagle flies alone. It's not a crowd. And so pilot your jet to your destination. You're the captain. Captains are they take risk, but they're witty as well. They utilize their wisdom because they know what can happen. And so you activate and utilize your kingdom strategies, your wisdom, your spirituality, because the energy that is wrapped up in that is definitely going to get you to your destination. And the whole idea is to get to your destination with a safe landing. And so ensure that your plane, your jet, lands safely. Prosperity is yours. The wealth is yours. But it will only come if you navigate safely. Fly against the wind. Why? At some point in time, the wind won't last forever. It's going to pass. And so you ensure that in your quest for success, you outdo the wind. You're going to have a story to tell. We all have stories, but we're not going to get stuck in the story. We're going to get stuck in the success of the story. We're going to enjoy the ride because we're going to get to our destination. Like and subscribe. Share this message. I just wanted to drop that quick because it crossed my mind while I was preparing. And so I wanted to give you that to think about. The airplane flies against the wind. And I'm sure you've been caught up in the wind. I'm sure you've been caught up in fierce wind. But the stability, your strength, wrapped up in your stability, was strong enough that you did not waver. Do not waver. Do not be moved. Be unshakable. And as you journey, even though there are going to be storms, remember to be unforgettable. You may depart this scene as my aunt would have departed, but be unforgettable. Let whatever you leave, let that signature be one that will be unforgettable. Ride against the wind. Avoid riding in the storm. You're going to ride out the storm. So many have gone through storms, but they survived them. You are no different. Survive your storm. I gotta go now. Gotta head to the church and celebrate the life of my aunt. But be unforgettable and keep on riding. Don't stop your grind. And share this message. Hit the link below. Click the link. I have something special waiting for you. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith, timing out.